Hi, this morning I woke up to this comment here on YouTube. You're evil. You're hurting the animals. Used to make those videos. Okay, well, my reply was below, but that's beside the point. Who are those people? Seriously, who in his right state of mind will come out with this conclusion after watching any of our thousands of videos online? It's unbelievable. But then I thought, okay, well, maybe I make a video just for that person, just to try to show her that we are not hurting the animals, just to make videos. And I thought that a good way to do this will be to introduce you to all the animals that we currently have under our care, one by one, each one of them, with their names and their stories. And then I thought, okay, but we have so many. Well, let me begin. So I made a list, okay, and well, we have two. Well, the thing is that this is so funny. I have a list here of all the animals that we have. All right, so we have two rescue centers today. We have the Pink House and the Great House. At the Pink House, we have Spoonie, which is this beautiful pit bull that I showed you yesterday, a pit bull rescued from a really terrible condition with horrible eyes, and look at the transformation. Well, so apparently some people still believe that we hurt these animals just to make videos. Spoonie has been with us for the past 3 years. We also have Lady, which is this beautiful dog that we rescued. She was abandoned in a field, terrified. Then after a while, she developed a tumor in one of her legs. We have to amputate the leg, and she's been with us ever since. Now, Lady is terrified of going outside the house. So that creates some problems. Beautiful doggy though, so beautiful. We also have Toby. Toby is this Dogo Argentino, white Dogo Argentino that arrived with us completely emaciated. Somebody asked us for help. We treated him. It took us months to get him up to speed. So he's been with us also. There were initially some people that wanted to adopt him, but the right family didn't come across. And basically he's with us. He has leishmaniasis. He has stage 2 kidney failure. So, I think it's better if he stays with us. So that's Toby. Then we also have Hope. Hope was rescued, what now? 8 years ago. Hope came from Turkey. Hope was paralyzed, and he had been living in a plastic bucket, really, in a plastic container for quite a while. When we got him, he arrived to us. I thought, my God, this dog really wants to live, and he's been with us ever since. 8 years or 9 years now. I mean, he's an old dog now. Hope. We also have Monty. Monty was also one of our first rescues over here in Spain. A dog that arrived to us with terrible injuries on his hip and his legs, and we fixed him up. Really unbelievable. Monty was adopted in Norway, but he was returned shortly afterwards because he was incontinent. So we went to pick him up, and he's been with us all these years, having a great and beautiful life. My friend Monty. We have also two brothers, Simon and Garfunkel, two dogs that were thrown over the fence, over the wall at the White House, and also they've been with us all this time. Well, they've been raised by us, and every once in a while somebody wants to adopt one of them, but the right family hasn't come across yet. So again, Simon, Garfunkel, two brothers, they're up for adoption. They're looking for families separated or together. And then at the Pink House, we also have Zoe. Who is Zoe? Zoe, we've never told you about her because she technically is not one of our rescues. Zoe is the dog that belonged to the house, to the Pink House. She was there when we rented the property, and the owners say, okay, we rent the property, but please keep the dog. So we thought, okay, we keep the dog, and her name is Zoe. And she's also really nice. She's very, very old, and she's not up for adoption, but she's another dog that we have. Then at the Big House, who do we have at the Big House? We have, of course, Lily, one of our beautiful, seniors. We have Lily Podenko, rescued in terrible condition, and she made a great recovery, and she's with us. She's getting older, she's senile, but she's still there. And then we have Linda, of course, our beautiful 19-year-old Chihuahua. She's now probably 19-year-old. And what a character, that one. What a character. She had lots of problems, but she's doing so well now. We love her. We also have Canela, of course, a three-legged pit bull rescued from Greece. Again, 5 years ago, I think. She had leishmaniasis. She was in a horrible condition when she arrived here. My God, poor baby. So she had to be operated. I mean, really, wow. It's been quite a ride for her, but she's with us and she's wonderful. The thing with Canela is that she cannot be with other dogs under no circumstance or with any other cats. So we wish we could find her a home with no other animals. In the meantime, well, she's with us and she's doing great. Who else do we have over here? We have Coco, of course. Coco was rescued 4 months ago. Great recovery. He's been at a foster home until recently, but he's now with us and he's doing great at the great house. Looking for a home for Coco as well. We have India. India is this doggy that was abandoned at a park. It was inside a cardboard box, and she turned out to have a heart problem that made her develop megaesophagus. So it was a very complex case. She had to be operated, and we saved her life, and she's doing great, and she has developed into a beautiful, beautiful dog, so energetic, so crazy. Lovely. India. She's looking for a home, but please bear in mind that she will have to eat standing upright using a Bailey chair. We still haven't found the right home for her, but hopefully one day. We have Charlotte. I made a video of Charlotte recently. Charlotte was also rescued in a horrific condition from a shelter with lots of problems, psychological problems, and she's doing much better. But again, she's a very old dog. Charlotte is probably 14 years old now, or probably even older. So she stayed with us. Dickens, come on. Who doesn't remember Dickens? Dickens was found with terrible injuries by the side of the road, crawling. He was paralyzed from the two legs back. Then the 2 front legs were also broken. I mean, this was a really, really complex case. And look at him now. He's been with us for the past 6 years or so, and he's doing great. I mean, what kind of sick person will say that we are hurting all these animals just to make videos? Well, just to make videos and to take care of them for life? Come on. So we have Jordan, also handicapped, also on a wheelchair. When she was a puppy, the owner threw her against the wall and broke the spine. And anyway, she ended up with us. And again, on a wheelchair, handicapped, incontinent. Nobody wants her. She's with us. Who else do we have? Dorian. Dorian, our beautiful Chow Chow with the mask face. At some point, he was adopted but his family. They just, in the end, we couldn't send him to the United States because of COVID. And anyway, the adoption was eventually canceled. So Dorian is still with us, looking for a family. Then we have Marta. Marta was shot by her owner, a hunter, and she ended up with us. Also handicapped, incontinent, with lots of issues. Her spine is completely twisted because of the position in the wheelchair, but she's still doing great, and she's one of our members of our family. Marta. Nancy, our beautiful Doberman, also victim of abuse, broken back. We had to operate her, rehabilitate her. I mean, seriously, there's been a massive search for a good family for her worldwide, but we couldn't find the right family. You see, the thing with Nancy is that she runs, and because she doesn't have full control, she falls. So she cannot be in a normal home. She has to be in a place where she has lots of space, where there is grass, that she doesn't hurt herself. And this is why she's still with us. Who else do we have? Bruno, beautiful dog that I rescued this summer. He was tied up for years, and he's now with us. He's been adopted in New York State, close to Albany, and I'll be taking him there as soon as we can fly. At the moment, there are no flights available still, but he's going to be flying home very soon. Aju rescued 10 years ago in India. with horrible injuries. He had to be operated. He needed an hysterectomy. I mean, seriously. Then he was adopted in Holland, where he was in a home for nearly a year, but they returned him. Yeah, these kind of things happen. We went to pick him up, and he's with us. And I think he's gonna stay with us for the rest of his life. He's lovely, and he's doing great. Then we have, who else? We have Luna and Victoria, two sisters rescued from Oman. One of them has been adopted, the other one is still waiting for a ride home, and we'll see. Beautiful dogs. We have Bruce and Zeta as well, two dogs, Bruce and Zeta. Bruce came from Turkey many years ago as well, 9 years ago. He was rescued by another organization that rehomed him in Holland. And after a while, the family returned him, and that organization asked us for help. They said, look, there's this dog there, he's been returned, we don't know what to do, we can't help him. So we went and we got him, and he's been with us ever since. Beautiful dog, and he is in love with Zeta. Zeta is a tiny little Podenco. They are best friends, they've always been together, and they're together. If any of you would like to adopt both of them, they are up for adoption. And if not, well, it looks like they're gonna stay. They're already quite old, so they'll stay. So those are the dogs that we have at the pink house and we have at the pig house. But then it's not over yet, because we have another location, we have another place in Sevilla, a beautiful property that we haven't really shown you yet, but we will one day. And we have 4 dogs over there. We have Tony. Tony was rescued, what now? My God, so many years ago, 8 years ago. Also with a broken back, and it couldn't be fixed, so he was on wheelchair for a while. But in the end, we decided that he's better without a wheelchair, and he's doing great. I mean, Tony is fantastic. We have Eagle. Eagle is this dog that was rescued with a prolapsed intestine, and we fixed that. That was okay. And he was actually adopted in Sevilla by the family that is taking care of him now. Eagle. We have Sarah. Sarah was rescued, 8 years ago? Beautiful German Shepherd with multiple fractures and terrible psychological problem. So we fixed that. We fixed the legs. She could walk, she could run, she's okay. She remained scaredy. But anyway, we managed to find him a long-term foster home, which is where she is. And then, of course, Scarlett. Scarlett is another dog that we rescued many years ago, like 9 years ago, with a terrible fracture. And for the longest time, she had really bad temper. She couldn't be with any other dogs. And there she is, finally found her place in the world. We also have more fosters. We have dogs in foster homes. We have Nelson, he's like a pit bull mix, really nice doggy, and he's at a foster home long term. We're still looking for a ride for the perfect home for him, but still we haven't found him. But anyway, he's there. He's happy. We have Candy. Well, Candy is a kitty. I'll tell you more about because Candy is in a foster home. And then we have, of course, Johnny. Johnny is one of the puppies that was rescued from the home, the squatters. Sergio and I entered the place. We got the dogs out. Johnny unfortunately had some behavioral issues, and we're dealing with them. He was abused. I mean, think of him as a kid that is mistreated and badly abused as a child. Eventually, they develop problems. Well, there's a big chance that they're going to develop problems. We're dealing with this. Johnny is at a foster home. And then we also have the cats, of course. We have Ursula, we have Paula. Paula has been with us from the very beginning. 10 years since I came back to this country, or 9 years. We also have Princess, a kitty that spent years in a box, and he's now one of the cats at our rescue center. We also have Shark. Shark was rescued from the States many years ago. He was adopted, but he became diabetic, and because of his problems, we decided that we were going to be able to take care of him better. So he came and stayed with us. He has a really complicated diabetes we have to measure his blood like every week or so, constantly. But he's fine. He's doing great. We also have Mr. White that was rescued also many years ago. He has FIV. And last year he had to be operated from one of his eyes because he had an accident. He scratched himself, but he's doing great. And we have, of course, Mr. Big. Mr. Big has been adopted. So has Candy, by the way, and they will be going home very soon. So these are the animals: 34 dogs and I don't know, seven cats at the moment. And I think that's okay. We don't have hundreds of animals. We don't want to have hundreds of animals. That's not our mission. That's not what we do. We rescue, we rehome. We rescue, we rehome. And there are some cases that stay with us for life because they are, impossible to adopt. So if any of you still has some doubts and still thinks that we hurt the animals, I hope that this video has helped clarify this situation. Guys, thank you very much for being here. Thanks for your help. Thanks for being our wonderful friends and watching our videos. And don't forget that all these animals can only be there where they are and having these lives because of your help. So please, if you can, donate, help me take care of them. Really, please become involved, donate. Please join me on my support group on Patreon as well. Thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.